Hi everyone, welcome to the Xoro inventory adjustment guide. In this little guide, we're going to walk through how to create an inventory adjustment. I got to this page just by loading up the inventory adjustment module. So I just found it on the search menu on the left here. So a couple things to note, this module is typically used for when you're adjusting inventory. Either you found some inventory in your warehouse or you're missing some inventory. Typically this isn't used in the case where you want to do a massive adjustment of hundreds and hundreds of SKUs. This is typically only used if you're just adjusting any SKUs just by a few quantities, a few units here and there. Two very important things that you keep in mind is make sure you have your adjustment account selected correctly. So in most cases, this is going to be the inventory adjustment account. This is going to balance the transaction that's being created. So when you create an adjustment, it's actually creating a financial transaction in the system. So you want to make sure that the account that's balanced with your asset account, that's this account that you choose here. So typically this is going to be your inventory adjustment account. So let me just select the warehouse that I'm going to make the adjustment for, and I'm just going to put in the item that I'm adjusting. So typically you want to make sure that it's inventory adjustment, or just run it by the accounting team before you make an adjustment, because this is very important. And one more thing of note is once you make an adjustment, you actually can't void it in the system because of the financial transactions that take place. They cannot be undone. So you want to make sure that you're doing the adjustment correctly. So once you select your adjustment account, another important thing to keep in mind is your adjustment date. So let's say you're increasing a SKU by 100 units, and you want to actually invoice that SKU as well for 100 units. But let's say the invoice date is before the adjustment date. That's actually not possible because you're telling the system that you increase the inventory today, but you want to invoice it yesterday or a week before. So to the system, that doesn't make sense. So you want to make sure that your adjustment date is actually the date that you adjusted it, the actual date that the inventory was increased or decreased. So two very important things: your adjustment account and your adjustment date. You can actually make different types of adjustments. So a value adjustment, quantity and value, or quantity. Typically, you're going to be adjusting the quantity. So what you do here is basically the existing inventory. You can just put in the new count. So I can adjust it. I can basically increase it by 2 here. If you don't have a row here for a location, you can go add new location, select the location, and basically put in a quantity and click add. So in this case, there's already some inventory that exists. That's why this line is already here. You can review your adjustment here and basically click adjust inventory, click OK, and there the adjustment has been created.